Hello everyone, my name is Sir Yonathan and I work as a private tour guide here in Lima, Peru. It's the capital. From time to time I get this group of tourists that want to explore more about topics that are not mostly related to the cultural matters related to Incas and Pre-incas and all of these ancient cultures, but they are mostly interested in knowing more about gastronomy, medicine, politics, and so forth. This time I had this group of people that was interested in gastronomy, but during the tour something happened. People just start talking about politics and they start talking about ethnobotanic, and I was quite interested about it because they talked about how people takes over lands that don't belong to them and expropriate them in order to take parts of them biodiversity. And I decided to make a research, a very into deep research. And this is exactly what I'm doing here. I decided to open a YouTube channel in order to show you all of the researches that I do. Before even running a tour, I always make a research, but this time I wanted to make it on a video format to share it with everybody, so everybody can have these understandings and just apport something to the cultural matters related to Peru. Because remember, it's most of the time when people come here, they talk about Inca here and Inca there, but there's so much more to know about this culture that I believe that this is going to be a good apport. So the name of the channel is GTO, and it stands for Guide This Out. So let's guide this out.
Chapter 1. Area of Research.
It's a pleasure for me to introduce you to these 5 main Pre-inca cultures in order to talk about the natural medicine that they use, not only in rituals but also for common diseases. Today we're going to get deep into this, but I'm just going to mention the cultures that we'll be focusing on. It's going to be like Lambayeque. It's called Sican. You can see it there in the map on the far northern part of Peru. Lambayeque, Sican. Then you go down, it gets to Cajamarca, that has been influenced by the culture number 4 and number 5, chavin, cupisnique, and moche. Number 3, San Martin, this is in the jungle, and this is called Chachapoyas for Inca culture. And then you have the number 4, Wari, Ancash, chavin. And then we have number 5, La Libertad, Trujillo, cupisnique, and moche. Today I'll be talking about chavin, cupisnique, and moche, so let's get on it. Alright, Chavin Pre-inca culture, 900 BCE, 200 ACE. Just gonna highlight the most memorable things that this culture is mostly known for. Use of cactus in ceremonies, fine metallurgic crafting developers, mustard pottery and stone carving techniques, hydraulic sound system. That's an interesting one, by the way. And Chavin the Wantar Temple construction. Let's get on BR so you see this Chavin the Wantar Temple, because what I want you to see is the very place where they're used to drink the hallucinogenic cactus, which is called San Pedro, and how it feels to be down there in the labyrinth.
Alright, so here we are now. I'm gonna show you what happens in Chavin the Wantar, and this is the main picture of it. If you take a look around, there's going to be like a main square. Basically, this main square was to start developing the ceremonial ritual of initiation, which was filled out with hallucinogenous plants. This is the first thing that you had to take before getting to the temple, which is over there. And also, where are you? Let's see. There. See? Over there you're going to find the main entrance. I'm going to show you a picture that's going to take us closer. Have a better view of it. And we are here. Yeah, right there. You see? This is the main entrance to the temple. But guess what? The ritual was not taking place in the first floor. It was actually in the underground. You get to the temple, climb up the stairs, and then go down. And once you get down, you are going to get to this very area, which is the labyrinth-like temple I was talking to you about. And this is how it looks like from the inside. So imagine being here under the effects of San Pedro, which is mescaline, once you get here, this is not the only part where you're going to find the labyrinth. It's going to be 3 floors. It's going to be the first one, which is here. It's going to be the second one, which is this one. Okay. And then the underground. Now imagine that you are walking this street, you know, this alley here. And then because it's dark and the only thing that is going to light up your vision is going to be a torch with fire. Imagine that you just fall down here. Maybe you could just die there because of a concussion in the head. Many things could happen to you, but basically, one thing that I'd like to highlight in this very place is that hydraulic sound system. When I get to this other picture, the hydraulic sound system is here. So not only you were under the effect of the cactus, also, and if you focus in this area here, this square here is going to give you access to water. This is the entrance to water. Just wait for the picture to load. Beautiful, there it is. So it looks like a galaxy, actually, like a mini galaxy. But this is the place from where the water was having access to the cave, and through the water was going to be another hydraulic system. This hydraulic system was going to be following inside the walls all over the labyrinth, just like the hydraulic system that most apartments have in Europe for the heating in the winter time. But the sound of the water getting into the wall was going to, in a way or another, subconsciously make you think or make you feel that the sound of the river was going to guide you to the right direction. And what is the right direction? The right direction is over here. This is the main aim of the whole ceremony. Basically, what they wanted to prove is to what we call nowadays like get you out of your comfort zone. Well, this ceremony is for you to face your fears, and the main aim was to find that replica there, which is called the lanzon, a monolithic figure with feline characteristics. I'm gonna show you a picture later on, but if you were walking this way under the effects of the mescaline, you know, imagine you were walking this way under the effects of the mescaline, and then you just like found this. On the top part of this monolith, you're going to find a hole, just like the one here. See where you can see the light coming into the cave. Actually, this is a ceremony that was taking place during the full moon, so you're going to have full light here. Once you get to see this monolith, you for sure are going to get scared, but that's a flexibility of the human mind. When you are under the effects of something, it could be like a drug or any other thing, but also it could be a message. Somebody told you something, and you're just going to be pre-influenced by that. So whenever it happens to you, it's always going to be related to that pre-conceptualization. When you were here, you were prepared. You were able. You were actually apt to face your fears. And once you get this statue, you were going to face your fears, but also you had to worship this deity because it was the main deity of all of this system of caves, like called labyrinth. So that was the whole main of the ritual. And after that, once you face your fears, you were able to be a warrior. You were actually important enough, heroic enough in order to be part of that shamanic civilization. Back to the real war now.
And that's the beauty of our architecture. Remember, guys, it's not only about the Incas. There's so much more related to Pre-inca cultures. And here we come with a 900 BCE, 200 BCE culture, Pre-inca culture, which is called cupisnique. Not that much had been research related to one fruit that this culture used to ingest in order to have these hallucinations. I'm gonna get deep into that, but now I'm just gonna highlight the reasons why this culture is mostly known till nowadays. Expressionism in pottery, shamanism and medicine, hydraulic systems pioneers, ingest hallucinogenic snuff during rituals. It's called uyushu or warea, and I put a question mark there because it's until nowadays known as a ghost fruit by many anthropologists and also biologists. And then we got the textile and architecture. Whenever you come to Peru, you must keep in mind that since the 1532, everything completely changed here. And the fruit that I'm showing you right now has been found in Colombia. It's related to the Quimbaya, Sinu, and Tairona cultures. But this pottery is from the cupisnique culture, and we believe that because of the morphology of the fruit, this is the same fruit that they used to ingest in order to have these hallucinations and change the mind state. The one on the right is a pumpkin, actually. This is a tree, and remember, most of the artifacts that were used inside the artifacts, like the one I'm showing you in the picture, were found in the tombs of the cupisnique culture in the cemetery. And inside, there were some rest or remains of this fruit called warea, or here we call it uyushu. But the warea has these psychedelic effects, and that's why we believe this is a fruit mostly used by this culture. Okay, another Pre-inca culture. This one here is called mochica. Do not get confused. Mochica and moche is exactly the same. Some highlights 100 BC, 700 AC. Fine expressionism in pottery, use of mushrooms and cactus in rituals. I'm going to explain this later on. Master pottery and painting techniques. Master goldsmith works. Instituted paramount shamanic traditions. If you take a look at the picture on the left, you'll see a shaman. It's a representation of a shaman. It's something like giving Reiki, to a sick person. And then on the top part of this statue, you see something that looks like a mushroom. In VR, I'm going to teleport you, is how they call it in the meta world, to a place called the fertilization field, or fertilized field, because they believe that they worship the penises. They look like penises, but they also look like a kind of mushroom. So let's get to VR. You have a better idea what I'm talking about.
So now I'm going to show you where this place called Chucuito is, and the most important part of Chucuito, the Inca Uyo, which is a place full of what people believe it's a penis is made of a stone. But first of all, geographically, I'm just going to give you an idea of where you are. So this is the city of Puno, which is just by the beginning of the northern beginning of the Titicaca Lake. We own the 60% of this lake, and Bolivia owns the 40% of this lake. Go all the way up, you get to Bolivia. Anyways, once you get to this place, it's like 11 kilometers. You go this way, and then you're going to get to the highway this way. Actually, it's a beautiful trek. A beautiful trip, because the highlands and then the lake. It's just a beautiful trip. And then we get to this place called Chucuito. And Chucuito, this is the city of Chucuito. Little city, by the way, but this is a place where you're going to find the Inca Uyo, which is actually the place where I am now. And now that you can see the structures, the stone structures there, for sure, for whoever has seen a penis before, you will be on the side of all the people that says that this is a worshipping for the penis. It's actually mostly known as the temple of fertility. But I mean, when you're talking about fertility in a realm which the principal authority was the land, the mother nature, it was supposed to be something like whole or something a representation of a vagina. But no, this is what they said, a penis. I do not. I'm not on the side of these people that think that this is a temple of penises. I believe that this is a temple of mushrooms. Now, there are many information related on Pre-inca cultures and ancient cultures worshipping the plant that gave them the hallucinations in order to reach this mind state, in order to connect to different deities, even sun, the moon, and so forth. These look like mushrooms. I'm going to show you some pictures of mushrooms, and these are hallucinogenic mushrooms, of course. And these stones, these sculptures, little and big sculptures, for sure look like hallucinogenic mushrooms. Some of them had been, looted, like they had taken the top part of it because of the carving. The carving work is perfect. Look at it; it's well rounded. But anyways, tourists from most nationalities come here to take a picture and pretend that they having a big orgasm. It's like a classic thing to do here, but if you go deep into the texts, into the books, you'll find out that for sure this was a temple to worship the mushrooms. And there are not that many pre-Inca cultures that worship the mushrooms, but we have mushrooms here, since ancient times. So there you go. And this is the map. So now back to reality.